Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to a special Sunday afternoon session where I'm coming back on to finish out all the free readings from this morning's session. I didn't get to any of the free readings. I completed all the donations up to the last moment, but I'm coming back on to do the free readings. Let me. This line, it's a little bright out there, isn't it? All right, there we go. I don't look like Casper the Friendly Ghost now. But so I'm coming back on to finish all those free readings. You'll notice there's no chat in this session, and that is because I am not accepting any new readings. This is just to complete out the ones from this morning. And when I'm done, I will post a a comment, right? And pin it listing the order in which the readings were completed. So we'll do that. And I think that's it. If I'll be back next Friday, hopefully next Friday morning. I'm feeling much better. My energy is back after about a month of fighting the plague and getting all that energy. So I should be back on Friday morning for free readings if you're interested. I do have a Praying Mantis level YouTube membership. So for $2.99 a month, once I get back into doing my weekly type of picket cards, you'll have advanced access to those. But on Wednesday nights, I have a 2-hour session for free readings for all my YouTube channel members. So that's for the Zen Cricket. And then also Praying Mantis members, which that's $7.99 a month. You get access to Wednesday plus Thursday. We have a 2-hour. And then on Friday and Saturday, and then evenings and Sunday afternoons, I have an hour after each one of those for my Praying Mantis members too. So if you're interested in doing that, there's information in the description box of the video down below. What else? And if you're interested in a personal reading, I do offer that and some other services, all of course also listed in the description box down below. And so you can request that as well. All right. So let's get into it. I'm going to continue to use this. Well, I'm going to use these Light Seers Tarot. I've got 2 actual decks of these, minus 1 card that got bent. So I've got two stacks. So we might even have them show up multiple times, which is always cool. But we'll get into it. So my first reading for the free readings is for Great Courts. Hello, Great Courts. So what's going to happen once you meet this person you're meant to be with? All right. Yeah, I like this. You've got the 9 of Swords and the Queen of Swords. And this feels natural and normal, right? 9 of Swords is like the nightmare and insomnia card. All those thoughts, those beliefs, those mindsets that, we have a lot of these growing up, the supposed to be's, the should be's, the need to be's, the have to be's, around relationship, around love, around everything in life, really. But since we're talking about this relationship, there's a lot of those, requirements, but they're put to rest with that Queen of Swords. She balances the head and the heart. And with that Ace of Swords that she carries, she really has this it allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm and get a lot of clarity around what is the capital T truth, not the small T truths that are rooted in fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, all of that lower vibration. This is higher vibration awareness. And I like this because what happens is it's like your fears are put to rest. You realize that the stuff that you feared, the stuff that you thought was important, really isn't. Kind of feel like, excuse me, that they're not going to be your normal, because it's like they break through these barriers. They break the rules of, well, you're supposed to be this, supposed to be, right? Small t truth, supposed to be, should, need to, have to, must. And you're like, but you're not that. I don't care. Why don't I care? Because that's not something you were wanting. That was something you were told you're supposed to want. And so I feel like there's a lot of clarity and a lot of movement away. In fact, see all the black birds of thought. Here's this white, um, light, shadowy one that comes in that just contrasts all that stuff and kind of proves them wrong, proves that these small T truths do not need to happen, that they're unimportant. And it brings a lot of clarity. So I like that for you. Peace of mind. So that's what they have for you, great courts. So many blessings to you. And then Patricia, you are up. Messages from your higher self. All right. Wow. Look at this. So you've got two major arcana. And the Justice card, you can see how they have the Ace of Swords here that the scales are on. You can even see this reflection that's going on here. And this Justice card is about this awareness of, we were just talking about small T truths and high T truths. This Ace of Swords allows you to connect and see things from the higher perspective, but the thought and belief scale is always off balance in this human life, right? At least mostly, unless you're like a baby that's given to a Buddhist monastery when you're a baby or something. But we're inundated with all of these small T truths that are rooted in fear, that are, people, all this opinion, these popular opinions, the supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be and ought to be and blah, 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 blah. And they're contradictory too. Everyone has, not everyone in the world has the exact same opinion. And so there's different opinions on stuff, obviously. That's why we have wars and disagreements and everything else, is because of that. But all that is loaded on one side. And then so the scales are like this. The higher truth is empty or has very little on it. But that Ace of Swords allows you to connect to this higher wisdom, see things from a higher perspective, and then that starts bringing up the scale as this one goes down, right? But what's great with this too is it helps transform some of these small T truths into higher wisdom. And so we take something from here, transforms, and it goes on top of here. So that makes it go faster because you're taking something off of this side and adding it on this side instead of just adding on this side, right? So I feel like they want you to know that there's this fast movement and there's a lot of light that's been being shown on your life here, and it's revealing a lot of things to you, and it's bringing like I said, it's bringing a lot of things to light, to the capital L light, and it's showing you the truth of things. And I like this. It feels significant because it's two major arcana, and there could be some things, and you've been working on these things already, but these are like some things that maybe are stubborn, that were so believed and so rooted for so long that it's this removal of it's like a giant oak tree that got hit by lightning out in your front lawn, and it's been there forever, and it's dead. It's not growing, but it's been there, and you're worried it's going to fall back on the house, and now it's being removed, and it's this huge thing that's being removed out of your life, um, that's been there for so long that it just feels like, wow, and there was sentimental, well, we planted that when we were young and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, it's okay to let it go now. So I like that kind of energy coming in here. And I feel like that's what they want you to know right now, Patricia. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Minahil, you are up. What is coming for you in the month of September? All right. See, here's that Queen of Swords coming up again. So, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight out of them all. And it's because it's the physical world, and the physical world has seasons. I feel like here, as we change seasons, technically today is the change of season to the fall and spring. But the equinox isn't more like on the 22nd of this month. So I feel like there is a significant change of season along with the change of season that brings some balance in here. That Queen of Swords, she rules over the swords. All queens are given, you know, water behind the scenes. So she does balance heart and the mind, the emotions and thinking that comes in here. So sorry. there's, and it's so there's is this change that is happening, and it and I don't feel like you're like journaling and really diving into this. What I'm really feeling with this is that it's the timing of life. It's a fated event. It's something that comes in that's been building that suddenly it just clicks, where there's some sort of say conflict between your head and your heart's been whittling away at your brain around something, and now your heart is like proving a really good point to your brain, and your brain's finally like, fine, you're right, let's make a change. That's funny that that's coming in here. So something that's been going back and forth between your head and your heart, your head of supposed to's and your heart is I want to, and there's this change that's significant that comes up here on September, around September 22nd. That's when we actually have the fall spring equinox. All right. I think so. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. All right. So that's what they have for you, Minnie Hill. At least a little bit of what's going to happen in the month of September for you. Right. So many blessings. And then Kritika Mahotra. Hi, hi, hi. Good to see you. And you want to know, why does Garav? So sorry. I ate and I'm all phlegmy. Sorry about that. Why does he want to come to class tomorrow and talk to everyone? Socializing or for you as a friend? All right, let's take a look here. You know, it's like this is support, mother nature, mother nurture. Ace of Cups, it feels like it's a little bit of both with all this, but this Ace of Cups is about growing emotion. Queen of Pentacles is about birthing. Sensuality can exist there too within the Queen of Pentacles. It's like that um, nurturing of things of the outside world too. So I feel like they want to express emotion. They want to um, experience this happiness. And but this Queen of Pentacles is this energy of the outside world. And it feels like it's both. Like they're doing it because they want to hang with you, want to see what's going on with you, meet the people that I don't know if you guys have talked about people in class or whatever, but they just want to get to know people and say, "Hey everybody." Um I just feel like they're a really outgoing person, but I don't feel like there's this intent. I don't feel like there's that much thought going into it. I feel like they're just like, "Hey, spur of the moment. I like to do this." Are they a fire sign? Because I feel like they'll jump at stuff and go, "Hey, yeah, I want to go do that." And they're like, "Why?" I don't know. I just feel like it. That's the kind of energy I'm feeling. I don't feel like they're going, I want to do this because I want to socialize, or because, I want to do this to support you as a friend. It's not like that thought out. I feel like they're just like, I want to go do this. Yeah, kind of personality. So, underneath the surface, that's kind of what's nudging them a little bit, is they do want to experience emotion, and they like meeting people. But so I feel like both of the reasons that are there are below the surface, but I don't feel like it's intentional, if that makes sense. All right. So that's what they have for you, Kritika. So many blessings to you. And then I am Shailene. Hello, hello. You want a general reading, but focused on health and finding love. All right. So, of course, disclaimer in the description box of the video, I'm not a licensed health practitioner, lawyer, financial advisor, counselor, whatever. Tarot is for fun, and everybody ultimately makes their own decisions on things, right? So, disclaimer made. Check, check. We have to do that here in the United States. All right. But really, you get the same message around health and finding love, because you have the Ace of Wands And the Eight of Wands. The Ace of Wands is about whatever you focus your energy on is what grows and expands. And the Eight of Wands is a lot of energy flooding in because of that. So it's a lot of energetic movement. It's like opening the floodgates. So there's a great story, or I guess advice, that comes with this from spirit regarding health, regarding love, regarding anything in our lives, really, when this is coming in. And it is about, whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. If I focus on higher vibrational things of gratitude, unconditional love, and joy, and laughter, and peace, when I do that, I attract things that equal that. We don't attract things to us of what we want, we attract things to us as we are. And that's what happens. Our energy draws in what matches it. Not like, I want this, but I'm, if I'm focusing on my fears, I'm focusing on what I'm wanting and not getting, what I'm missing in life, what I fear will come in, or I fear won't come in, or I fear will leave my life, or focus on what I hate. When I'm focusing on that energy, that's what grows and expands, right? It amplifies. If I'm in fear, then and I want love, I want love, I'm pushing love away because my energy is telling the universe I enjoy wanting love, not having it, but wanting love, and I can't continue to want if I get it, so please push it away. They're like, gotcha, order up, right? So, being aware regarding love of what I focus on. If I focus on what I'm grateful for, what I've been grateful for, and what I love about people that I have had love and relationships with in the past, can ask creator once, I would like a relationship, and then focus on gratitude. I know you're going to bring me the perfect person in the perfect way, in the perfect timing. In the meantime, I'm going to work on me raising my love vibration. The more I work on raising my own love, self-worth, then I draw in someone that matches that. If I don't, and I'm existing on a low level of self-love and self-worth and that lower vibrational energy of fears and unworthiness, guess what? I'm going to draw that type of relationship and interaction in. So owning that is very important to this. Regarding health, again, if I focus on gratitude around the perfect health, not wanting to heal, because if I tell the universe I like healing, then has to happen for me to experience healing? Constantly things to heal from. So if I'm grateful for the health that's perfect for my body, I'm so grateful for you. And then show me what I can do, to help have better health in my body. Then the universe will give us that information, and they'll help promote that and bring that. When we're focusing on fear, something else to be added here, excuse me, is when we're focusing on lower vibrational fears, we also put our body into fight or flight mode. If our body is in perpetual fight or flight, then our body does things in order, you can even search the internet, fight or flight impact on body, and you're going to find out that like your digestive system shuts down, your immune system shuts down, your body's flooded with chemicals, you're in hypervigilance, you will be sore, you'll have all this aching in your body. And that's what our body's designed to do. It does all this to divert all this energy to fighting or running or both, to live, because there's this monster about to attack us. But the thing is like, we don't have a whole lot of physical monsters really to be afraid of anymore in our society, like we did when we were living out on the boonies, sleeping on the ground, right? Or in a cave. We have more emotional monsters, emotional dinosaurs that we're afraid of, that keep us looping in a lot of fear. So the more we focus on higher vibration and love, and unconditional love and gratitude and joy, all that, we stay out of fight or flight mode, and our bodies are amazing self-healing machines, can do so much too. So hopefully that helps. I am Shailene. This is what they want you to know right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Lily, Mary Louie, hello. So you'd like to know Yuki's current feelings towards you. He's your ex. Uh-oh. All right. Well, we got the magician here, and we've got the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is a lot of mental movement energy, leaving behind old ways of thinking and moving into new ways of thinking. And this magician, I don't feel like they're really focused so much on, feelings towards you. They're more looking at like, what do I want to do? Where am I going? This is kind of a transformational movement card. They might even be moving overseas or over water. But this magician is about, it's like that Ace of Wands. They're really trying to determine and focusing on what they want to create for their life. And with this kind of energy coming in, I don't feel like they're a someone who will look at, I wonder what's going on with you. I wonder if you're okay. I wonder if you want to get back together. Do, 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 do. Things like that. I feel like they're more of like a grass fire where they've burned everything to this point. They don't look backwards. They're always looking to what's next. Where am I going? What am I creating? And they don't look about, you know, not that they don't believe in second chances or, um, you know, I just don't feel like they miss people or miss things, even family and whatever. It's more, out of sight, out of mind. They're like, what's next? Who's next? Kind of energy coming in here, which is all right. Um, when we feel that, you know, people are moved out of our lives on purpose for a purpose to make space for something that's more in alignment with our own heart and to clear our pathway to move forward into our next things. And so the not looking back, is healthy for them and where they're at. You're more of a reflective soul, you want to learn and look at, what did I learn about myself? What did I learn about what I want, what I don't want? And this allows me to not settle and not to dim my light, not to feel like, um, I can't be myself because that makes them upset or feel bad about themselves. So I have to shrink. I have to, like I said, dim my light. And you deserve to be with someone like yourself too. And I feel like that's kind of what Spirit's saying is like, they're all involved in themselves. As per usual, as most humans, they care about themselves. And so what you can do is look at, what did you learn through this relationship? What mirror were you looking in? What do you see when you look at them? How is that about something you wanted to see in yourself so that you can transform that so you don't bring in someone else, you know, teaching that same subject, right? So take the opportunity before going into another relationship to really reflect on what you learned about yourself. What did you want to see about yourself? What were they showing you about yourself so that you can transform it so you don't have to keep repeating it? I know I had like 5 relationships where I was like, why do I keep choosing the same type of person? And Spirit was very gentle and, of course, said, well, um, you asked for teachers to show you continually what you want to see about yourself until you see it. And now you see it. And I'm like, but it took 5 then. They're like, no judgment. You took as long as you wanted, but you don't have to do like I did, right? Sorry, I got a little drippy nose. So excuse me for a moment here. It's making me cry. No, not really. It's my sinuses. All right. So that's what they have for you, Lily. Hopefully that helps. So hang in there, my dear. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Kelly, you are up. So you want to know where you should or need to start to deepen your spirituality. Should you work on your intuition, one of the clairs, or something else? All right, great. What's great about spirit is that there are no shoulds or need tos or have tos or musts. There's just different choices with different outcomes. We're eternal beings. So from spirit's point of view, they're like, what's the rush? What are you worried about? Do what you want. There's plenty of time to do everything. We don't have to worry. I got to do this, right? When we have pressure around, I gotta. That's the human side fearing. What if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do? And spirit and creator are going to be mad and it's going to have bad things happen. No, this is an adventure. We get to choose. There's no wrong choice, just different choices with different experiences. So we can ask spirit, hey, what is there anything that I can focus on that'll bring me my best adventure? That's what we can ask, right? So yeah, you have the Six of Cups and the Nine of Cups. The Six of Cups is past life connections, past life kind of energies. The Nine of Cups is like, here's the dream come true. What is your dream? What makes your heart sing? What really interests you and intrigues you? And I like that they're showing me you have all these lifetimes. What are you worried about? That's reiterating what I'd mentioned. Your dream is your dream. There's no wrong. Whatever floats your boat, right? Whatever makes your heart feel full and overflow, do that. Follow your heart. What interests you? If by chance you are interested in accessing the Akashic records where our past lives and all our lives are accessible, where you do past life readings or past life regression or past life transformation, whatever it may be. If past lives interest you, really look into that area, because that's also indicated with the Six of Cups coming up here. But definitely the Nine of Cups, Six of Cups, there's no wrong choice. They're like, you have eternity, you have multiple lifetimes. So what do you want to do in this lifetime? Up to you. There's no have to. Think of it like a grandparent taking a grandchild to the park, and the grandchild goes, "What should I go play on?" And they're like, "Whatever you want. What interests you?" And they're like, "No, no. What am I supposed to? Right? Supposed to go on first?" They're like, "Whatever you'd like. There's no rule. Go enjoy. This is adventure. What do you want to? Look over there. What do you like? No. What am I supposed to go on?" And finally, they're like, "Fine. Go on the slide." And then you go on the slide, and then, okay, now what? And we think like there's a way we're supposed to play in the playground, but it's more adventure. What do you want? What interests you? Follow that. Go and go, "Oh, look at the swings. I want to go to the swings. Go play in the swings. Here, I'll come push you. The creator is always there with us. Spirit is always there with us, for whatever adventure we want to go on, right? So I like that for you. There's a lot of freedom that comes with that, right? So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now, Kelly. And then Maria. Hello, hello. Thank you for your donations earlier today. And so for your free question, you want to know, what will your next, yeah, it's not going to be a date because you guys are friends, right? It's friends unfolding, not dating. It's hanging out next week. All right. Yeah. See, you get this courage card. Strength, strength, strength. How many times? We got that like 3 times today. So you got the strength card and the Eight of Pentacles, learning, growing, things unfolding in the outside world. It is really like it's schooling, experiencing things. So it'd be fun, to go learn something like culinary class or painting or pottery or a craft or whatever, something that they'd like to learn to do. I feel like it's something new. Let's go do something fun. Let's go do something we neither of us have done before. Let's just go have fun. Let's go do paintball. I don't know, whatever. But I feel like it's that kind of thing. It's because the Eight of Pentacles is about adventure. It's about learning and growing and evolving. And I like that. So, but it is about like studying, learning kind of energy. And there's that courage, that strength, building each other up, going on these lion adventures. What to next? Let's go. Let's go on a safari. Like, because the lions wouldn't want to go on a safari because they're usually hunted. But the hunted become the hunters, right? But so that's what's coming in there for you, Maria. Hopefully that resonates there for you. All right. So many blessings. Let me bring some more of these over here. So MMC, you will be up here in a moment. Let me just drag the rest of these up over here in order. There we go. All right. So MMC wanted a general for next week. All right. Whoa. Stay home. Can you go on vacation? I'm just kidding. You do have the Three of Swords and the Five of Swords. Three of Swords is the card of expectations equal disappointment. The Five of Swords is that mental conflict and the conflict between head and heart. And, we're not going to be negative Nellies and no offense to anyone named Nellie out there. You remember Nellie from Little House on the Prairie? She was a evil character. But there is this conflicting energies that come in here. But when we realize that all obstacles are put in our way on purpose to bring us freedom, to allow release of things. And you can see here with that crow in his ear. "Gawk, gawk, gawk." This is, this old expectations, these old ways of thinking, these small T truths that are rooted in fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of not being good enough, whatever it may be. These come up and these triggers come up and they're there and they're triggering. But when they come up in a significant way where they're represented like this, it is for us so that we can go, you know what? I'm ready to dismantle and transform this trigger. And so, whatever this fear is, whatever this thing is this next week, or things that you're trying to fix, that you're trying to control, that you're fearing, that you're expecting, why? Why do I feel the need to fix this? What do I think is wrong with this? What rule, what story is up here? And how can I transform this? How can I change this so that I can see this from a different perspective? And then it frees you. Then you don't have this, um, kind of, you know, fear of it happening or all this energy being invested in to try to control something outside of your control. It allows you to go, you know what? I don't need to control this. I don't need to fix this. All you can control is your own story. What are you thinking? What are you applying to it? What emotion you want to feel? What energy you want to put forward? What physical action you want to take? But you can't control anyone else's. It's like a German proverb that says, sweep in front of your own door, come back to your own business. Because when you're outside in other people's business, that's when you feel out of control. Come back to your business. And I like this because there's so much energy that we exhaust ourselves in trying to control, like herding a bunch of cats instead of going, all right, cats, I'm just I'm gonna take a, like a video of you instead of a picture and just show all the cats because I'm not gonna get you all together for a picture. So, you know, why? Let go of the expectation of a family photo of cats all together smiling, right? Uncontrollable. Just change course, look at things from a different point of view, and again, come back to you. I feel like that's an important thing for you next week. All right, and that's regarding work, right? So just keep that in mind as you go through your next week. All right, so many blessings to you. That's what they have. And then Liviera Vegara, hello, hello. So you'd ask a message towards this month of September. Yeah, let's take a look here. All right, well, you've got some nice energy coming in here. Balance of head and heart with the King of Cups because they roll over the cup suit, but all the kings also have swords behind the scenes. So there's a nice balancing of that coming in. You can even see the balancing on top of the Wheel of Fortune there. And this tells me that whatever's unfolding here in the month of September, your human side is all on board. It's the tune of for you, the four tune, the Wheel of Fortune. So the fates wheel is turning, things are opening up. But you feel good. By the end of September, your human's like, yeah, I like what's going on here. Great amount of balancing that comes in. Now, the King of Cups can be, if you're looking for romance and looking for love, there is this that's like an ideal partner kind of energy because they can balance both head and heart. So there's this good, balancing type of energy that does exist with that here um, this month too. If it's not like a romantic, then it's like a friend or a relative or it's a significant person that comes in that's just a well-balanced person that just makes your month feel like, wow, this is great. It could be a best friend moving back to town or bumping into a relative, a cousin that you haven't seen in a long time, and they had moved away, and now they're back in town and living, and you're reconnecting. It can be something like that too, but I feel like it's definitely an important person that's coming in that helps you balance, and because that's the type of person that they are as well. But it feels like a very successful month with the Wheel of Fortune coming in here. Could be some endings and beginnings, but it's fortunate for you. It's like you're walking, every ending and it has a new beginning, is a beginning of something new. And with that Wheel of Fortune, it's a positive thing that comes in here too. Right. So that's what they have for you right now, Olivier. So many blessings to you. And then Cassival, you are up. Hello, hello. So any insight over your relationship with the Virgo? Well, they're having a birthday, right? Wow. Well, there's the Two of Cups. There's the important relationship. Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, Virgos are very focused on, they're an earth energy. They're very focused on body and health. Um, you know, I feel like with the Empress, because this is new birth and making sure that you're taking care of you through it all, because they can really get into thinking a lot. Sorry, didn't mean to zip away. Thinking a lot is what I was saying as I was falling off my chair here. But there is sensuality. There is, not having these roles, not having a lot of things. The Empress is like the goddess running naked through the forest, which Virgo is represented by a goddess too. But there's this, freedom. Um, they like figuring things out and thinking and organization and right. They're ruled by Mercury, but but they don't want other people telling them what to do. So allowing them to be the mother nature, which has her own rules, not trying to control those rules and allowing this free flowingness, because the Empress is number 3. After her comes the Emperor, number 4, and the Hierophant, number 5. Those two are about rules over society, rules over spirituality, but the Empress is freedom. Again, running naked through the forest, right? And so I like this, insight is letting all these expectations go, going with the flow, allowing yourself an adventure rather than, um, trying to control things. And it's funny because when you look at relationships, it can be we can approach it kind of in 2 different ways. One is we're looking to fill a position in our company. Like, we have this thought and belief, I need to have a relationship. So I'm currently interviewing for that position. And that's what being in a relationship can feel like, is what are they doing, what they aren't doing, blah, 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 blah. Right. And so we're analyzing, we're determining. Virgo can do that a little bit with all their thinking. But or we can look at it as, I'm going to go live my life, enjoy the things I do, and then as I do those things, I bump into someone who's also doing what they love. Maybe we have things in common that we love, and then sparks happen, and then a relationship organically unfolds, which is different from the pursuit of trying to fill a position in your company, right? So I feel like that's some good information that for now that maybe brings some insight and to see things from a different perspective there for you. So hopefully that helps, Cassival. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then Melissa Hodzik, hello, hello. So wishing you a blessed week as well. Thank you for that. And any advice for your travel? How and which holiday to take? Oh, all right. Let's see here if there's any guidance here. You got the Hanged Man, which is number 12. So, I don't know. It feels like, Christmas. I don't know why. Well, I mean, December, that makes sense. But the 8 of Cups, I just felt like there's this beach, there's this getting away from somewhere. So I don't know if you're somewhere where it's cold during a holiday and it's going to the beach in a warmer place. But I feel like it's an important um, thing for you to do here because I feel like there's this calmness that comes here too. And this is about even maybe doing a ritual of leaving behind emotions or relationships or something while you're there. But I do feel like, you have your pick here hanging upside down. You have really any of them can be there. I don't feel like there's a one that's any better than any other, but I feel like they're kind of nudging you. I don't know if December's too far away, but a holiday in December and then a beach or a warmer tropical kind of climate where you can just be free of activity, and it's not like it's when you're traveling, it's not to go 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 go, but it's truly a retreat kind of energy. So if there's some sort of emotional retreat that you're interested in for some maybe even some some sort of that offer a you know kind of whatever I said that was. The word is escaping me right now suddenly. Ritual, where they do some release ceremonies and do different things like that. I'm thinking of there's this I think she's in Israel. Really, she's done a lot in Israel. I see her, she does dance and let me just grab, I think I have one of her songs that she sings in with someone. Let me see. Here's my music. Let me just find it here. What doesn't have her name? She does a call to prayer with Estes Tone, Tonne. So, but it's that kind of thing where they do dance and they do this divine feminine type of transformational type of ceremonies and things like that. But that's what I'm kind of picturing because I see them dressed. They have pictures where they're all dressed in their, you know, um, uh, it's because they almost dress a little bit like they are here in these robes and different things, but they do dance and togetherness and it feels like it's if you're interested in something like that, definitely that supports that. That energy supports that. Sorry. All right. So that's what they have for you, Melissa. Hopefully it's helpful. Didn't mean to ramble, but there you go. Right. So many blessings to you. And then unicorn and rainbows. Hello. So you'd like to know what you can expect soon or in the near future. All right. Yay. Got the devil card and the justice card. Both of these have to do with clearing away some long old held beliefs. Saturn, Capricorn energy with the devil card really shakes and rattles your cage. Long held beliefs that you've grown up around supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's, have to be's, must be's. And then the justice card here with this ace of swords helps balance this out with this inner reflection. So this is like our shadow helping us and this energy. And they're both major arcana, so it is a significant rattling of long-held beliefs that help you free and realize the cage that you have your heart and your mind in that will free you from some things. So it can be about relationships of all kinds. It could be about what you think your dream or your career, education, what your body, possessions, money, any of these rules and these stories that have been built up over time, this is what's being shaken. There's a clarity is coming in that will set you free from things. That's the intent. It's not to show you, ha ha, you're in a cage. It's like, no, look, you're in a cage. And by the way, there's a door behind you that's open. That's not even locked. If you want to step out of these mindsets and these triggers and these limiting beliefs that have made you feel small and trapped and restricted, there's this freedom that comes in with this. So you have been faced, will be faced with obstacles that you can't see behind or beyond, because this is time for you to look at this and transform it so it doesn't impact you anymore. Because it has been below the surface, it's been existing subconsciously, maybe even consciously. But you're like, all right, this is the time for this mental transformation of the stories that you've been telling yourself around certain things. So I like that for you. Right? And that's what they have for you, unicorn and roses. Yay. We always love that shadow work, right? Oh boy. All right. So many blessings to you. And lucky you are up. So is the time frame closer to when Nick is supposed to contact you or talk again? He said 8 to 9 months time frame. That was back in February. Okay. Well, it is closer. You got the 7 of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, and is, of course, a patience card. So, I don't know. We've got this King of Wands that's coming in here, Lucky. And the King of Wands tells me, you can wait and you wait and you wait. And the waiting periods we have are for us. They're to allow us to look inward and upward and get rid of the mindsets that don't serve us, get rid of the emotions and relationships of all kinds that don't serve us, and decluttering our energy and our physical world. It just gives us a lot of opportunity for cleansing things and for raising our love vibration. And this King of Wands is this energy of, I'm um, going to decide what it is that I want. I am putting steps together and energy towards it and movement. They're very empowered to be able to do that because they're the ruler of the fire and passion and energy and manifestation suit of wands. And so it just feels like here, Lucky, it's like, it's still going to be a while. The 7 of Pentacles is the last, very last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And you've been given this time. Look at what you've been doing with this time, and then realize, are you really, as you raise your love vibration, you get clarity. Is this really what you want to focus your energy on? Or do you have other things that you can do with your life and with that energy instead of waiting for contact, waiting for connection with someone? I feel like it's not about, I'm not going to wait for anyone. I'm not going to hang around by the phone waiting for no one's call. This is like here we go. I'm ready to get going and movement forward. It's like you roll the kingdom. You don't wait for anyone. I like that energy that comes in. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's coming in for you, Lucky. I would say it's going to be a while yet because they're saying this is a patience card, which is months. But I also feel like, what are you waiting around for? I wouldn't. Uh, I just like this energy is nudging you forward. So hopefully that helps. But that's what's coming in for you, Lucky. So many blessings to you. And then BB, you are up. So how's he been feeling or thinking about you? All right. you know, we've got this energy here. You got the 3 of Cups, and that means a lot of things. But one thing it also does is third party kind of situation, love triangle, whatever that may be. But the Queen of Wands, they see you as someone who's passionate, someone who's very fiery, but also empathic. And, there's this uniqueness, and say it's like um, intriguing, because they just sense this energy around you. And they see you as someone very sensual, very hot, right, with this wands energy. But I do feel like it's attention and thinking is mixed. They also have another person in mind here, right? That's this third party. It's like, well, there's you, but there's someone else. And I feel like, um, I do feel it's like, and let me try to explain this energy I'm feeling because at first it's like this energy of, well, it's an ideal that they're like, I wonder if I'll ever meet this person of my dreams. Like, wow, they have like, it's like this movie star that they have in their head of like, this is who they are, right? Unobtainable, unreal, because that ideal isn't a real person, it's a character, right, in a movie. But this is what they, I wonder if I'd ever find anybody like that. And at the same time, it's like they feel like I feel like they've seen people that they think that's similar to them, and they're not sure. And there's that kind of energy. I don't feel like they're actively engaged with someone. It's more of this dream, this illusion, and sometimes they think they see that I wonder if that's them, and they don't pursue it yet anyway. But I just feel like you're very intriguing, you're very attracting, but you're not this matching up to this illusion, right? And you probably are saying, well, you don't match up to my little dream either, buddy. But but I feel like, they're still kind of in that, I don't know if I want to, what if, what if I meet someone? What if I meet that? But you're really intriguing. I'm really interested in you. But also, it feels like more physical and energetic attraction than it is like, I love you. I don't feel like they have that they don't have a whole lot of self love. And so they can't give a whole lot of that emotion of love. They divert to passion as how you know you're loved because they don't have a whole lot of self love. So they can't give something they don't have for themselves, nor receive something they don't have for themselves. So that's the kind of energy that I feel is coming in here right now. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's coming in, BB. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. All right. Let me just move some more of these over here. We're getting down there, everybody. So hang in there. Still have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have 8 more to go. So we're getting close to the end. So next up anyway, we have Lena. So Lena, general reading. All right. Wow. Yeah, you've got both the full card and the judgment card. This is your higher self calling you to a new place. 20 being two X's is double endings and double new beginnings. And then you have the full card, which is the 0. It's represents like a brand new adventure, free from a lot of expectations. So I feel like there is this significant, being 2 major arcana, that means there's significant, events in your life, but I feel like it's this change, this transformation, like you're getting your calling, but you're being drawn into doing something completely different, something you haven't done before, something that's really open and with full of possibilities and absent of a lot of restrictions. And I like this for you because I feel like you're at a point where you're tired of just existing and you're ready to live. And this clarity that's coming in about what's next. What is my next journey? What am I headed off into? Something that's more in alignment with my heart, that makes it sing, that makes it want to dance, that makes it feel full rather than existing, waking up going, oh crap, I got to go live my dream today. This is like a whole new world is opening up for you, with this drawing where you're being drawn to. So something way outside the box of what you normally would do is what's coming into your life here. So I like that for you, Lena. So a whole new world of possibilities is coming and it's opening up. How fast it happens is up to you. You can leap and let's go, or you can be like, no, and be dragged, So, well, that's what they have right now for you. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Vidi Jalan, hello, hello. So you'd like to know, what does September have in store? All right. Wow, you definitely have the outside world. You have this movement and change of what would feel like lack, right? The five of pentacles is, these beliefs in lack, but these feelings of abandonment, being left out in the cold, being left behind, not having enough. But the four pentacles is there, which is a solid foundation of the pentacles in the outside world. And the five is a number of change. And, the dual message that comes in here is that, we're taught that the outside world is what we're supposed to uh, define our worth by, relationship situations and things. And when we do that, we feel unstable because all of those things are unstable. Relationships, people pass away, people change, people walk away. Situations, jobs, education, whatever, never stay the same, always changing. And things break down, blow up, stolen, all of those things are temporary and unstable. And so we feel unstable. We don't get this feeling of fullness, right? Until we turn inward and upward. And then we find the eternal unconditional love, which is the only stable thing that we find in our lives. So the outside world does transform to something that's falling short, to where we're pointed inward, we fill up on the inside, and then we overflow. And then the outside world becomes above and beyond extra. So there's this change of how you perceive abundance and where it comes from too, because the 5 of Pentacles teaches us that, again, when we depend on the outside world, the humans, thinking they're going to bring our sustenance, what happens? The first sign of danger where they feel fear, a human will retract all support. I need a doll for me to live. Sorry, you are nothing. That's where we experience the abandonment, is because an adult or a human, their inner child felt unsafe and out of control, and they withdrew support and abandoned us. Well, we learn, oh, you are the one that brings me what I need in each moment. And so I can trust you that you are going to bring me that plus more, not just bread and water to live, but they like to gift us with more than we need. And when we realize that that is the key, there's the key right behind her here that unlocks the door to prosperity and abundance, knowing I'm going to have what I need in each moment. And it's amazing when we realize, like, I'm 57 years old and I'm like, Creator, you have never let me down. You've always brought me everything I needed in each moment. And yeah, it can come through humans. They can be the shipping company that brings it to me, but it comes from Creator. And I can thank the person for delivering, but I can go, thank you so much for supplying my every need mentally, emotionally, physically, energetically. And you can develop this relationship. So I like this for you. And I feel like this September is where you're learning about that. I don't have to define myself by the outside world. I'm not afraid because they're not the ones that bring me that things that can fill me up. You are. And we have a great trusting relationship that you can develop with them. Right. So that's what they have for you, VD. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Ateshi Singh, did you hurt SSP at some point? So we'll rephrase it a little bit. We have the 5 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. And what, because you can't hurt anyone, only they can choose to be hurt. No one can hurt you. No one can hurt me. I can choose to be hurt, but when people do things in the outside world, they're neutral. I'm the one that chooses the story of my emotions, my energy, my physical actions. No one else. I'm the only one that can make me happy. I'm the only one that can make me miserable because I'm choosing it. Now, people can make it easier or harder for me to choose to be, miserable or unconditional love. And that's what this is saying here is, you know, we all have given people opportunity, depending on how we're feeling, to choose a lower vibration or a higher vibration emotion. But in either case, you're not at fault. And if there's any hurt, that's theirs to carry. They could have also chosen not to be hurt by it. No, no sweat off my back, but the reason we ask that is because I want to know, am I lovable and acceptable, right? And if I hurt them, they're not going to want me, and that's what we're fearing, right? But if it's like, if they're holding a grudge, then thank you for showing me who you are. I want someone who can have the ability to choose a higher vibrational decision and emotion instead of feeling like they have to, choose the low road, the low vibration, and you hurt me, and we come down here to experience being a victim. We have no idea, we all come down here to experience drama. Drama has a victim, a villain, and a hero. If we experience any of those, we know we're in the drama of the human world and not in walking in our spiritual energy. So, and sometimes I wouldn't even know, like, what? I was a villain in your story? Yeah, you were. And I'm like, wow, I'm surprised sometimes when I found out that, as a manager and different things, people were like, oh, yeah, people didn't like you. I'm like, why? And they're like, because you have such a high bar and you're hard. And I was, but also people started to see that my representatives were getting promoted and I was not being hard. I was just telling them what they needed to do. People were like, because they didn't want to do the work to get the promotions and get the other positions. But you never know. You think, wow, I thought I was helping everyone, but some people were like, no, you were a tyrant. I'm like, what? Really? Okay. We can't control that. So you can't control whether your actions hurt people or not, because you'll probably be surprised at the people that were hurt by your actions and those who weren't. And it's like, whoa, I wouldn't have even thought that would have hurt someone's feelings. But it's because we're all taught something else, right? We're taught it's supposed to. When that happens, this is how I'm supposed to feel. But do we? No, we have the power to choose something different too. We could choose joy, happiness, and hope every second of every day if we wanted. So I feel like you did give them an opportunity to choose lower or higher. And with that Five of Cups, I feel like they did choose the lower vibration. They chose the low road, but they could also have chosen the high road. So you can let that responsibility go. Byron Katie, I love her. She's like, um, other people's opinion of us is none of our business. And, um, that you can't hurt me. That's my job is one of her famous quotes. You can't hurt me. That's my job. You can't hurt anyone else. That's their job. So hopefully that makes sense, Ateshi, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings. And then Day Sturgis, you want to know whatever comes out here. Wow. Well, you're definitely in this little journey of seeing things from a higher perspective. You got the Hanged Man and the Ace of Swords. Both of these are all about that. Seeing the capital T truths from a higher place, new knowledge, higher wisdom, clarity of things, seeing different perspective around some things. And it's good. It's a good revelation. It's a good freedom that comes from it because you're not trapped by some limiting thoughts and beliefs. When you take the time to step away and see it from a different vantage point, it just allows you to see the truth of things. And there's freedom that comes from that as well. Yep. That's what they have for you. Boom, boom. All right. So that's what they have. Day Sturgis. So many blessings to you. And then Samya, hello, hello. You'd like a future reading. So based on current energies, yeah, you have this possibility of a new opportunities opening up in the outside world, but it does take you, this necessary step of the Nine of Swords, which is questioning your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets. These things that keep you up at night, nightmares, insomnia. But the nine is about letting go of some old ways of thinking. that have held you back that allow you this movement forward and this flow forward. And if you'll just look at it and go, what's keeping me from uh, stepping outside of the box, stepping outside of my comfort zone into something that's new and big? And what am I fearing? What am I fearing? What am I fearing? And I feel like that's an important thing for you to know right now, is that you have this great possibilities, but got to question these limiting thoughts and beliefs and mindsets first that are keeping you back. So sometimes we'll gain this black and white kind of perception of the world that I'm either a victor or unsuccessful or a failure. There's no gray in between. But this clarity that comes in that allows us to go, you know what? um, I can let some stuff go and what is holding me back, and I can make progress and move forward. I don't have to feel like I'm going to be perfect around something before I try for it, or that I'm going to be successful at something before I do it. It's kind of the stretching of yourself kind of energy that comes in here with you right now. So I like that for you, Samya. It's some great stretching and growth opportunities. Yeah, there'll be some growing pains. Sorry. That's what they're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It'll feel a little uncomfortable because growth. Ew. But that's what's coming in. All right. So many blessings to you. And then triple Gemini, you are up. So what's coming in for you today? All right. I like this great reflection with the Eight of Swords is that you've been looking at your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, these stories you've been telling yourself about who you're supposed to be, who you should be, etc. A lot of clarity, a lot of movement in thought and belief, but with this Three of Pentacles, you are really gaining this clarity on who is the true authentic me. When we peel away these supposed tos and shoulds and all these opinions poured on from us in the past, we can really open up and see that I don't have to be what everyone has thought that I should be and I'm supposed to be and I need to be and I have to be and must be and blah, 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 right? This is like, I'm not afraid of rejection and being punished anymore. I'm not a child and I'm not afraid of losing people's support. I can stand on my own. And it's like, it's okay. The fear we had as children where praise and punishment taught us, all these restrictions and all that kind of stuff. Because we feared rejection. We feared, and it was a valid fear. I'm two. If I go outside into the forest, I'm probably going to end up being a meal of a wild animal, So I need to please these, the tribes people, so that I can stay in the tribe, right? But now you don't need that anymore, and so there's this peeling away of stuff. The baby gate at the top of the stairs and the bottom of the stairs is there for a reason. It was to keep us safe as babies, so we didn't do backflips down the stairs. But now we're adults. We can take away those boundaries. We can take away those baby gates because there's no babies around and they're just a hindrance instead of something that helps keep us safe. It's becoming dangerous now. We might even fall over them and fall down the stairs. So I like that coming in there for you. There's this peeling away of some ways of thinking about yourself and really some embracing of your truer, authentic self. All right. So that's what they have for you, Triple Gemini, and then Rhonda. Many, many blessings to their Triple Gemini. So, Rhonda, hey, 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 my friend. I'm feeling so much better. It was July 31st when I got sick, and yesterday was a month. And I woke up and I was able to go online, and I'm feeling more myself. So, it's that plague will kick your butt. So, you're wanting to see what the cards say for you to move in the correct path in mind and heart. Yeah. You've got two major arcana here. You have the World card, which is ending old cycles, beginning of new adventures, letting a lot of expectations go, a lot of supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's and must be's. And you look at the Chariot card, which is your power of choice. And I like this, for you to move in the correct path in mind and heart is to move into whatever path you want. You know, when we get out of this world card, which is letting go of all the supposed to be, should be, need to be, then there's no incorrect or correct path. There's just, with this chariot card, there's different choices with different outcomes, but there's no right or wrong. And especially from creator and spirit's point of view, it's a human thing. I got to do the right thing or I'm going to get judged. I'm going to be unlovable. I'm going to be rejectable, blah, 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 right? But this is this freedom that comes in going, there's no wrong choice. If you could go do anything you wanted to do, what would it be that you'd want to be going and doing? Do that. Follow your heart because that'll lead you. You're getting out of this path. You're starting this new adventure that's free of restriction, free of all these rules, and away from the fearful, those small T truths that are rooted in fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, fear of failure, whatever. And it's like, yeah, what are you waiting for? What would make your heart happy? What would make your heart sing? What would make your, heart feel full? When's the last 5 times that your heart felt full? And see if that will help guide you in the direction that you're wanting to go. Because there's no wrong choice, but it's fear that keeps us locked into doing things we don't want to do and keep us in the loops of how much I have to make because I already bought this and that and this and oh God. There's a when we release ourselves from this long list of supposed tos, we have a lot of freedom that comes, and it's like, so what? What if? Why? 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 Right? Could be, could be, could be. Um, maybe there's the story of the like in the Orient, back in the days when having a horse meant that you were successful because they not only were transportation, they also helped you harvest the field and get the field ready and take things to market and multi-purpose. Well, this, grandpa and grandson lived on a farm. He was raising them because he lost his parents, and they didn't have a horse. So the townspeople were like, "Oh, that's a bad thing," and the old man was like, "Maybe." And then there was a bad storm that came through the region, and it scared a horse into their barn and got trapped. And the townspeople were like, "Woohoo! You got a horse now. That's a good thing." The old man was like, "Maybe." And then a storm came through a couple weeks later and knocked down the fence, and the horse escaped. And then the townspeople were like, "Oh, that's a bad thing." And the old man was like, "Maybe." And then because they treated the horse so well, they came back with 3 more of their friends, so they had 4 horses. Townspeople, "Woohoo! What a great thing." Old man, "Maybe." And then when the grandson was trying to tame one of the horses, he got bucked off and broke his leg. Oh, and the townspeople, "Oh, that's a bad thing." And the old man, "Maybe." And then the emperor of their region declared war on the emperor of the next region. So all able-bodied young men had to go to war, but the grandson didn't. And so the townspeople were like, "Wow, we don't know what the hell." No, 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 no. They were like, "Wow, that's a good thing." And the old man was like, "Maybe." That's the whole thing. We never know the full picture of everything that's going on. And I like that, I can go do things, and we can take things as they come in each moment. And if it's like, if I think it's a bad thing, maybe. I think it's a good thing, maybe. Or maybe I just let it be and I choose the story that I want to apply to it, right? And what I want to do going forward. That's part of that chariot energy. I get to choose the story that I put to anything. So hopefully that helps a little bit, Rhonda. The adventure awaits. Right. Many blessings. And then lastly, but not leastly, we have Shakuntala Sengupta. I probably murdered that. My apologies. And you wanted a general reading. So let's take a look here. Wow. Yeah, you got got these opposing opposites here. The King of Swords rules over swords, but gets a second bonus sword. So they're the master of thinking. Then you have the Queen of Cups who rules over cups, but also all queens get a second portion of cups. So she got double cups. So she's the master of emotion. So you got the master of emotion versus the master of thinking. And this is like there's these opposing opposites here. It's the head versus the heart kind of energy that's coming in here. And you can kind of look at it as like, I wonder, with whatever's happening in your life here, you can close your eyes and get out of your head and get into your heart. And that's going to help you make decisions because when you make decisions just from your head, they're going to be rooted in the fears of something. You're going to be feeling this need to fix and control and to change and whatever this stuff in the outside world. And it has to be this stuff for me to be lovable and acceptable and not rejectable. And you follow your heart, and your heart is like, oh, I want to do this. And then you follow your heart and your intuition, and you go on these adventures that are so full and full of life instead of full of existence. So I like this energy for you with whatever you're needing help with here. It's like close your eyes and open your heart, and you're going to know immediately what the next step is for you in whatever situation that you're inquiring about. But it is, you got these extremes, you know, we can be too much in the head and then our heart isn't happy, and we can be too much in our heart and we're unorganized and everything else. So sometimes it's good to, you know, allow both to come together because they can both bring in great things. But in this situation, I feel following your heart is very, very important part of the process. So hopefully that helps there for you. And so many blessings to you. And thank you guys so much for all your patience in getting to your readings. As I mentioned earlier, I will post a comment here in just a moment after I finish with all the readings here, and I'll pin it. Um, pin the comments so you'll be able to see that and find your reading much more quickly. Um, I will be back Friday for more free readings. And if you're interested, Wednesday nights and Thursday nights, I do Wednesday nights, all my members, YouTube channel members, I do have a 2-hour free reading session. You just have to be a Zen Cricket or Praying Mantis level, which Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month. Praying Mantis is $7.99 a month. All that information is down in the description box. And then the Praying Mantis, we also meet in addition to Wednesdays on Thursdays for 2 hours, Friday and Saturday nights for an hour, and then after my morning sessions on Sunday for an hour for free readings and different things as well. So if you're interested, be sure to check that out. And I also offer personal readings. All that information is also in the description box of the video. But until I see you guys again, remember every second of every day of your life that you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys, enjoy the rest of your day, your night, your holiday, if you guys celebrate a holiday tomorrow. And until I see you, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.